Hey, what's up YouTube family? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 12 and 4 hour TMP strategy. So if you've been wondering how you can trend trade your system using only 2 time frames, I'm going to show you how in this video. So let's take a look on the chart. In order for me to show you how this technique works, I need to show you how it works in the past. So we're kind of going to back test it a little bit, and then we're going to forward trade it a little bit, and then I'm going to show you guys my current analysis on this pair using the same technique I'm about to show you now. When we get to this high here, we can see that price went from 1.25 down to 1.24. So this is price showing us that there was a downtrend going on because price just made a new lower low past the previous lower low. That's how you know price is in a downtrend, just in case you didn't know. Now, in this example, this is when I don't want to see price go back past 1.25458, because if it does, that means the buyers take control. Because right now, this is where the sellers just push price down to. Why would we want price to go back up all the way to this exchange rate? We don't. We want price to create a wave-like motion for us to trade in, right? Or that's how I see it. So in this example here, on the 12-hour time frame, this is when I'm going to say, hey, I need to drop down in price. And I'm going to look at the pullback. If you look at the distance between 1.24 and 1.25, price doesn't have to pull back that much. But in order for me to minimize my stop loss, to get a really good entry, I'm going to want to break down this candlestick attached to 1.25458, since this is where the sellers came from. So going down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see that nothing changed. This is still the last lower low. This was still the last lower high. And I am going to still want to take a sell below this exchange rate. So when price came into my zone, it triggered me into my order and I was able to take a sell. That is how TMP works in its simplicity. And as you can see, price did end up going down, making a new lower low. Same thing can be done over and over no matter what time frame you trade, but I always believe in only focusing on 2 time frames at a time when you're analyzing and then when you want to enter a trade. We can do the same thing here again. Let's go back to the 12-hour time frame. You can see that price made a brand new lower low at 1.239, and we have a brand new lower high at 1.25100, and now we want price to stay below this exchange rate. So instead of trying to find a way to enter on this time frame, I'm just now going to break down this bullish candlestick down on a lower time frame, which is my 4-hour. So from here, I can just move my zone and I can adjust it so that I can enter the trade below 1.25100 and enter the trade and then sell back down, which is what I did again here and again here, because price was in a constant downtrend and we're just using the same setup over and over and just adjusting the zone depending on the time frame that it is that you're using. And it just depends on how much information that you need. I don't need a lot when I trade. I get my information, I use it in appropriate time frames, and then I go on. So this is a little back and forward testing here, but let's see how it works in real time. So I see is that price recently made a new higher high last week. We went from 1.25445 to 1.25995, and the higher low is down here at 1.23689. So I could continue to stay on this time frame and trade. I had the space and opportunity to be able to do so, where I could wait for my trend trade, stay on this time frame, plot my estimation zone, plot my buy position tool, and just let it go. Put in my pending order and that'll be fine. But what I'm going to do is drop down one more time frame. I'm going to turn into the 4-hour time frame. And this is where I can see that one of 2 things can happen, maybe 3. The first thing that can happen is price can just keep dropping this week, not giving me an opportunity today to trade. And I don't trade every day anyway, so it's fine. That's the patience factor, right? But I could wait until price gets down here to my estimation zone. I already have a pending order set, and now I'll show y'all what this looks like. Now, my stop is just going to the low, and my take profit is just going back up to the negative 27. This is looking around a 6.05 reward to risk trade, which is really, really, really good, right? So I love this setup. If I'm right, that's 6% that I win on my trade. If I'm wrong, I'm only going to lose 1%. But I love this opportunity and I thank God for it because I'm really grateful for it. The other thing that could happen is it could take a little bit more time for price to trigger me into my trade, because price could go up just a little bit and then continue to go down. So we could see some pullback and then price going down before it actually hits my trigger point to get me into the trade. Or what could happen is price could really just increase and not trigger me into the trade at all, make a new high, and now I have to adjust all of my analysis, but only in this area. It's a quick 10-second update. But for now, my eyes are focused on this one entry point, being a trend trader, going from the 12-hour to the 4-hour, not changing anything that I see, not overcomplicating my analysis, just having my original entry with my pending order, one entry, one take profit, one stop loss, and then just letting that be. And it all stems from this 12-hour analysis. I can even take it up to the daily time frame and have the same exact analysis with nothing changing. This is still my last higher high, higher low, higher high. The only thing I'm doing is literally just breaking down this one candlestick attached to 1.23689, since this is where the bulk of buyers came from. I'm going to let the market tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. If I'm right, I make money. If I'm wrong, I lose money, and I just got to update my analysis. Once again, a quick 10-second change, okay? So I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you learned something with this video using multiple time frame analysis in my TMP strategy. And if you did, let me know by liking the video and leaving a comment below. And I pray you guys have a really great day. God bless.